Good gods! What has happened here? I'm away for a few hours and suddenly there's a Dragon Knight in the Forbidden Archives. That may well be, but this room is normally off limits to all but me, Deodatus and Zandalor. One does not simply walk into the Forbidden Archives. Still, as I can gather, that is what Ursula did. And you as well. I knew it was a bad idea to give the guard to those 3 yokels, but they insisted they could handle the responsibility. I hope for improvement, though I do not expect it. Ah, but let bygones be bygones. Thaddeus is the name, friend. At your service. Indeed she did. Zandalor sent her after the incarcerated spirit of a mage, Berlin. She came to me because I knew things of the history of Rivellon, history lost in many centuries. Though I swore secrecy, I broke that vow in the light of what is happening to this city and this world. I know why he is imprisoned. He, Berlin, adept of the Damned One, and veteran of the Wizard Wars. I'll tell you what I told Rode. Berlin is trapped in a cavern that lies deep beneath Alaroth, below the place where the Champion Academy now stands. He was guarded by a shield, the one taken by Zandalor to protect the city, and also by a curious lock of sorts that is still in place. To open it, one needs to place 5 orbs over 5 runes. The orbs are there, but you will not know where to place them. I have heard that there were 5 who had knowledge of which rune corresponds to what orb. Each of the 5 knew about one, not all. Who these 5 were, I have not been able to uncover, but they all had a link to Alaroth, so maybe if you scour every inch of this town, you can track them down and so reach the one you seek. They were apocalyptic battles that make the Great War seem to have been but a skirmish between a peasant and an ogre over the last bit of sausage. It was there that it all began. The incipience of the grand conflict that keeps tearing Rivellon apart. The struggle between the damned demon, his followers, and his opposition. You see, back then, and this was millennia ago, the race of wizards like Zandalor ruled the lands. Yet, for thus is the human soul, some tried to lay claim to even vaster power. They would awake the dark essence of a shadow beast, a denizen from untold dimensions of untold might. It was chaos itself, and it would destroy and create concurrently. But there were wizards who resisted, those who saw the catastrophe that would follow in the demon's wake, and so they banded together with the 7 primal races to form the First Council of 7, a fist against the worshippers of darkness. Over a century the battle lasted, and in the end the council won. Those wizards who had sided with chaos like Berlin were executed and their souls locked away in intricate dungeons. Their undoers swore they would never speak of them, so their blood-stained memory would be forgotten, and so they have. For no one, alas, that the demon followers who came after the accursed Black Ring were of such ardent passion, for we all know the beast has roamed our world even as his original champions were rotting in their chains. The Lord of Chaos, the Demon of Lies, the Damned One, and now Damien. One day Chaos may reach his full potential. Gods protect us all if he does. Yes, insofar that the human Damien is now the shell in which the Chaos Demon dwells and evolves. I do not know what you shall do should you find Berlin, but for the sake of all who are peace-loving in our land, I hope that you shall not act lightly. I don't, not really. But perhaps they may have been of immense power and thus still alive. Perhaps they have descendants. And perhaps, and this I fear shall be the case, you will have to count on sheer serendipity to lead you to the clues you strive to find. Oh yes, the true Lord of Chaos has not yet been freed. The Black Ring was never as strong as the wizards that once supported him. But they did succeed in kindling his spirit within that creature Damien, whereas yet it is but a flame waiting for conflagration. I don't know how that sinister design could be brought to reality, but never doubt he and his believers worked tirelessly to bring the demon about. No, I haven't. She told me she wouldn't bother looking for the 5 rune lore carriers, but figure things out for herself. First, I don't see how that's possible. And second, she could barely have reached the academy before the dead arose and caused mayhem throughout the lower city. In truth, I fear the worst for her. Please do not breathe a word of what I have told you to anyone. This
Now you truly know who I am, what it is I desire. The Damned One will rule even if I give you the Divine in return. So, search for the Five. I know what tricks they play. Riddles all. Riddles and runes.
Here now. Someone made it past my traps. Mayhap I am a bit rusty after all these years. Not that I would mind being rusty in my old metallic self. This squishy sack of meat does not suit me at all. Look how easily the tissue scars. The scales of a dragon, though. Now those would fit me fine. And ripe for the plucking they are, too. On the contrary, ignoramus, my army of walking dead shall conquer Alaroth, and my victory will be complete. Come, corpses of citizens and champions! I command you to kill this creature now! And you, Skulk, fire up the machines! Let the raging engines herald my victory!
I'm here to help you, Dragon Knight. The place will be riddled with traps, but I'll attempt to disable them. You just try and slay that monstrosity. That's all anyone can ask of you.
This asinine automaton secures strength through trickery and machinery. Eliminate his devices, and you eliminate him.
Go get him, boy! Not yet. Not yet.
I will make you pay for that in blood, you misbegotten dog.
He is vulnerable now. Go draw his blood.
Not yet. I can't. can't. Not yet. Not yet. Another one to add.
Cold, cowardly construct. He was on our side at first, tempted by the power promised by the beast. But the more he saw, the more he realized awe turned to fear. And during the last days of the struggle, he betrayed me to the Council. Dead or not, I shall wreak vengeance on him yet.